YouTube, what's good? What's good? It's your boy EJ Cuts Tech Buff out this piece with another video. Just a little quick video. I'm gonna talk about that Galaxy Ultra watch. We're gonna call this one the OG right here. Got a question. Do you think it's worth it to upgrade to the Black Ultra watch Apple II version of this, which is basically the same watch with just a brighter screen from 2,000 nits to 3,000 nits, and basically the colors just changed. Here's the catch though. Watch is still $700. That give you about, what is it, 300, 250 or something like that for this one. So the question would be, would it be worth paying a difference of, I don't know, $400 or something like that to get one that's basically the same watch, looks identical except for it's in black? I don't know. First I said, are you out your freaking mind, sucker? But then the more I got thinking about it, it was the watch that I wanted from the beginning. It was the watch that I think many of us wanted. I still was rocking with it hard and all that, yada, yada, yada. I got that Samsung Galaxy Ultra and all that, in the black hitting. But that black one on that Apple Watch is just, I don't know, but is it worth it upgrading? Answer is, what? Oh no, it's my people from YouTube. I'm giving them the answer. Shut up, fool. Sorry about that. Somebody tried to interrupt while I was giving you the answer. The answer is no and yes. You might say, EJ, you must be smoking that stuff. No, I'm saying no on the surface, but yes, because guess what? Ooh, boy, this thing ain't fire. That color is fire. When I say fire, I mean fire. You can slap some fades off with this one and look good while you're doing it. Well, there's two types of fades. You can get the one with the whoop whoop and the one with the you know what. But now on the real, it's not worth it for the average person. It definitely wasn't worth it for me when I got to doing the numbers and the math until I thought about something. Sometimes we have an issue with operating in old realms of life from 20 years ago or 30 years, depending on your age. And so a lot of times we say we can't afford things, and we got to try to save up, or we just can't have it and go without. And I'm not advocating for foolishness with spending, but sometimes when we're talking about getting things out of life, we got to ask ourselves, not that we can't afford something. How can I afford it? How can I make this happen? So while I was chilling, probably listening to some motivational speaking, or some old school trap music, but more likely the motivational speaking, I got to thinking, well, if I want this watch and I don't think it's really economical to do for basically a refresh on the color, brightness on the screen, not really outside like that, how can I justify it? How can I make this make sense? So I went back to what I do with anything else with business. How do I invest? How do I afford this? And so it was simple. Look for resources. Of course, we're not going to call social services and say, hey, I want to upgrade to this watch, and can you please help me get this? You already know what that is. So I said, well, what about this? I know that there's ways to get bank accounts and get incentives for bank accounts. Let me see if there's any more that's out there that I don't already have. And I said, yeah, I found one. Capital One. They've been trying to give me like $250, $300 just to open an account with a direct deposit of like $500 over 90 days. So what do? I get that bread. And you know what I did? I got that bread. Well, that bread is on its way by just simply opening up an account. Just open up another checking account. Have the direct deposit go into it for a little bit. If I want to keep it, I keep it. If I don't, I don't. That's going to be $250, $300. I can't remember what it was at me. That $250, $300 plus the $250, $300, whatever the totals is. I'm not on the math right now like that today. That pretty much takes care of most of the price, and I'm saying the trade-in because I'm sending this back. We ain't balling like this where we're going to keep both of them like that and have that Galaxy Ultra. But by the time I do that, then I pretty much have paid mostly for the watch to get the watch that I originally wanted. And all it took was, instead of putting energy and worrying about things that had nothing to do with me, participating in things that I shouldn't participate in, having useless conversations about others' prosperity and that I don't get paid for, just a whole bunch of shucking and jiving. I do what I do, which is find a solution, find a way. And guess what? I found that way. And so that's why I'm rocking this out like this. And I just wanted to share that just in general. It's not just about the watch. It's about just a mindset in general, how we look at things, even when it comes to things like saving. Most of us have been taught that, you work hard and then you got to save your money. And, we kind of bought into that as good practice when we're kids, but we're no longer kids. We're no longer children. You cannot save your way into prosperity or wealth. You cannot save your way into getting the things of life that you want to get. You have to invest. You have to research. You have to be resourceful. You have to think outside of the box. And so if there's anything that I can say about this video that makes the most sense, think outside the box. We have got to stop thinking the same way we thought in the past. And so that's just my little knowledge. Some of you may disagree. Some of you may say it's just foolery, stupidness. But for me, I had to make it make sense. Even just thinking about it, even though I'm trying to grow my channel and, kind of diversify some things, but still had to some degree, make it make sense. And the only way to make it make sense was to shorten that gap between what I paid for this and how much it was going to cost for this, which was a huge gap because low key, Apple, they own one when it comes to trading values. Samsung, they practically give you about, 70%, 75% of what you paid for it back as loyalty. But Apple, they own some different stuff. I won't even begin to get on the iPhone 16 and that whole thing. Of course, I got that. I'll do a review maybe later on that. But the only thing different about that one basically is Apple Intelligence that's not here in the formal sense, only for beta testers and stuff. But that's a whole nother hustle. But you know what? You got to respect the game. Either respect the game, play the game, or walk away from the game. But, it's strategy. Even when we're talking about companies like Apple and Samsung, strategy, they're several steps ahead in their thinking when they're marketing to us. So we got to be several steps ahead just in our thinking in life. Sometimes that relates to buying products. Sometimes that relates to our health. Sometimes that relates to our relationships. Sometimes that relates to us being alive and staying alive. So that's my ramble for today. Don't got a whole lot to say other than hit that daggone like button. Subscribe. I'm gonna try to get more consistent. I'm trying to, have my hands in a couple things, and I don't want to, drop the ball on things that are really important. So I appreciate all that, and I just thank everybody for your support. Peace.